Hello, it's Raina with Lilo Crafts, and today I'm so excited. I have tags and cards to share with you utilizing these incredible stamps from Globleland, all while stamping on fabric. Yes, fabric, which is something that I have never done before. So I'm no expert, but I love the way they turned out. So let's take a look. So here are just a few of the images from this stamp set, and I'll put a link to the stamp set in the description below that I went ahead and stamped out. And I used both black ink as well as coffee ink. So when you see this and it's more muted, it's because I used a more muted color of ink. So I love the way they turned out, right? So I could not wait to go ahead and utilize these. Here is my first one. They are all made from collage masterboards. However, you can just collage your individual tags if you would like. So look at this one, all in neutrals. And I've got beautiful gray ribbon tied with fabric, one of the fabric scraps right over there. And I've layered it with a piece of lace underneath, as well as this beautiful stamped image. And I added the sentiment hello. All right, now here is a pastel one. So this is done with all pinks. And this time, this is a butterfly image with text and a quill. I love the way that looks. And so I layered this with a burlap and then a piece of white lace on top. And I put the burlap there so really the lace would pop. And then this gorgeous stamped image from Globleland. And I tied it with a piece of lace and again, some gray fabric on the top. Then I made this little tag right here. And this one is, again, collage masterboard, a lace down the side. I've got a sweet heart here. This is from Hobby Lobby, from the His and Hers, when they marked those down a long time ago. Look at this butterfly stamp. Isn't that awesome? And I put the word L-O-V-E, my favorite word, there. And I believe you can color on these as well. Now this one I love. It's like so washed out, which makes it look so vintagey. So it's pink. It's got roses on this stamp, and the next one I'll show you where I stamped with black ink to make the image pop more. But I love, like, this reminds me of like sun bleached, and I just added some sweet little rose flowers and the word dream. And up here I've got some white satin ribbon, again tied with lace. So I've got that one, and then this tag right here with just the lace, so no layering with a burlap behind, but just the lace, so you can see it has a totally different feel, right? And this time I put the word warm, because in warm weather, these beautiful roses, and there you go. You can see the image stamped out perfectly. And I've added just a touch of these sweet flowers here. This is polka dotted grosgrain ribbon, pink and white, again, topped with that white satin ribbon on the top there. So I've got those. Then I made some journal cards. Right? So look at this, gorgeous. And Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic gave me this lace, as well as like this lace and this lace. So if you were looking for lace, you know, I'll put a link to Dale's channel in the description below. You just, you know, tell her how much you want and or what colors you want. She has everything, you guys. You got to check her out and order from her. And look at that. So it's got a little bit of iridescence in this lace. And look at this dragonfly image with the music in the background. Oh, and it's just inked and doesn't have any words or anything. So this is just two components. And I think that has such beautiful casual elegance to it. And then I've got this one right here. Again, that pink paper. And then I've got that really washed out image layered up on top of this crocheted lace. Oh, look at that beautiful lace. And it says wishes. So I love the way that one turned out as well. And then I've got to share is this journal card. right? And this is stamped in black. And so you can really see it. You can see all the lettering and you can see the butterfly. I added a tiny piece of bling here and the word happy. So then I had this idea, like what if I could take it one step further and color in? So again, I am not an expert on this. This is the first time I'm trying this. So I took my alcohol ink markers and look, I colored in the rose and the leaves. I just did it lightly. Since this is supposed to be like washed out a bit, I didn't want it to be so bright. So I think that turned out so pretty. And then the last one I want to show you is this one right here, which is a journal card. I have it go in this direction and look at the butterfly. So I colored that with 2 different colors of alcohol ink to kind of mimic a monarch butterfly. I had this awesome little satin bow and a little bling to add to the middle, a little bit of pearl bling. So I think they look so pretty, whether you just stamp them out in the neutral or even if you want to color them. So please tell me which is your favorite one in the comments below. And I'm going to jump into that really quick and easy tutorial on how to make these. But before you head on out, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up and comment and subscribe, I would so appreciate it. And if you're going to go to Globleland with the link in my description, don't forget to use the code LILO10. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into the tutorial. Okay, so let's make one together. And so I have got a piece of cotton fabric down here. And I'm not a sewer, so I don't know if it's muslin or whatever, but I bought it at a thrift store. It was a remnant. I tore it to the size that I wanted. And then I've got my stamp right here, my Globleland stamp. And I'm just going to lay it down up. Then what I'm going to do is take my... For me, I'm using a stamping platform. You do not have to have a stamping platform to do this. And this is my stamp. I've got it all positioned. And then I'm going to take my ink and go over it. I am using this VersaFine ink, okay, in black. And this tends to get fine images. It gives it a little bit crisper, or it does greater attention to detail, which I love. And so now all I'm going to do is put my image down on my fabric and I'm going to press down. And I'm going to lift up. There we go. Oh my gosh. Is that not awesome? So there we have it. There we have our beautiful, beautiful stamped image. So the next thing we're going to do is just trim this side where we want the edge to be. I'm just approximating the same height as the top. And now you just made a tiny snip and tear. That's all there is to that. Isn't that crazy? And now we have torn edges on our beautiful image. All right, then I'm going to put this onto a base. So I am using this little collaged base. Now, you can collage an individual base, or what I saw Gail Agostinelli do is she took like one of these junk mail flyers and these pages in here, and she just went ahead and covered them up as collage pages, and then you just back them. And so I did that, and I've torn a few out. So here is a sample of one of those pages that I did with the neutrals. And I've gone ahead and cut a piece out. The next thing I'm going to do is just round these corners. So I'm using my little corner chomper from We Are Memory Keepers. And then I am going to ink. Now, inking, 100% optional. You don't have to do it. I just like the way that it defines the edges. Now that we've got this, what I have really been loving is the combination of paper, lace, and fabric. And so I did watch Gail Agostinelli, who was watching Roxy Creations, go ahead and do this. And I'll put links to both of those amazing creators, those ladies, in the description below for you. And what I am doing is I am taking this beacon glue, which is like Fabri-Tac, and I am going to put this on the lace very goopy. So you definitely want to mop up a bit with a, paper towel. I'm using a dry baby wipe. So I like the way that that looks for sure. So I have been making all my journal cards the other direction, but you know what? There's belly bands and things where I need to go, up and down. So I want to have some options in my stash. So I've got this Fabri-Tac on here and I am smoothing it with my finger because I don't want any gluey spots showing through. So I'm going to put my little embellishment down. Okay, and I'm going to add a sentiment to this one, and I think I'm going to use the word happy on here. So I'm just going to apply, again, just a little bit of this Fabri-Tac, but this is rice paper, so it's super thin. If you do not spread it out, it's definitely going to show through as globby. So I'm going to put that more over here in this corner. So I've got that down, and I think it would be so nice to add just a bit of bling, maybe right there in the center. And this is art glitter glue that I'm using for this. You can use a hot glue gun. If my glue gun was plugged in, that's probably what I would use. I really love the way that hot glue sticks these flat backs down right away. So I think that is just adorable, the way that that looks. And if we wanted to make it even more dimensional, like look, you could add like the book page bows. I showed how to make those on my channel. I think that would be so sweet on the top of that too. So that is really all there is to it. You just have to combine your elements. So a neutral background, a small piece of lace, and a stamped image. And I love the way these images stamp from Globleland. So please remember to go and check them out and use my code LILO10 for your discount on everything that you put in your basket. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.